Well, good morning, everybody. A horrible day out here in Oklahoma. We've had so much rain, just a little chilly. The bees aren't flying today, so I'm set up out here. Don't have a bee suit or anything on. I'm right behind you. There's my hand. I'm sitting on the tailgate of the side-by-side, and I want to talk about, as I get up here on the tailgate, I want to talk about the Demaree split that I did. I posted a video a while back, a well-received video, a lot of great comments on it, but it's also led to a lot of questions, and it's also led to my YouTube page just being filled up with every video that's ever been made on a Demaree split. So I want to revisit why we do this and address some of the questions that I've seen. Now, if you look at the really tall hive there, that's hive number 4. I call it Ragnarok because they can be a little ill-tempered at times. But that is obviously the video, or the hive that I did the Demaree on. Now, right beside it, hive number 3, is just 2 deep brood boxes. All right, that hive didn't build up like Ragnarok did. So I point that out because that is how I started with Ragnarok the day that I did my Demaree split. What I did, and you can go back and watch that video from before if you would please, and that'll shorten this one up. I won't have to explain the whole thing. But the goal of doing this Demaree split, in my case, is to come out with 2 medium boxes and the top 2 deep boxes full of honey. Now, I hear a lot of people talk about what do you do with the queen up there, and make sure you leave an opening so the queen can get out to get mated. Well, there's no part of a Demaree split that has a queen in the top 2 boxes and a queen in the bottom box. I mean, if that's how you're doing this, I mean, you do whatever blows your hair back. But in my mind, when you set up like that, where I'm running basically 2 separate colonies and they're sharing 2 medium honey supers, that's not going to do me any good. That's not what I'm after. Okay, I can make a whole lot more honey running just separate colonies. So I can't wrap my head around why you would even want a queen laying up there in the top 2 boxes. Honeybees love to work straight up. We force them to work sideways by limiting the top space and then adding a box when needed. But honeybees are not going to work down. And I mean, that's just that. In my experience and with the training and education that I've had, honeybees are not going to work down. So those top 2 brood boxes, if you've got a queen up there, they're not going to go downstairs into those deeps and into those medium boxes and help fill them with honey. That's just not going to happen. So on the Demaree split, you know, there's a queen excluder between the bottom box that you see, the deep box, and that first medium honey super. The reason for that is to keep the queen in that bottom box. When we set her up, she has got 9 frames of empty drawn comb that mathematically she cannot lay that box full and run out of room. It's mathematically impossible. The second queen excluder, which as you look out there, that is between the top medium box and that bottom deep, that is just a fail-safe so that if a queen were to hatch out of the top 2 boxes, she can't run amok through the hive. Now, the way this works is, you know, those 2 boxes on top, they were the original 2 boxes of the hive. They're full of brood, they're full of honey, they've got some resources, and they've got the bulk of, well, they've got all the nurse bees are in there. So what you have to do is, once you set this up, at day number 8, I went in there and I removed about a dozen emergency queen cells, because those girls all the way up top are far enough from the queen that they will get the sense that they are queenless, and they will draw emergency cells, because that's where all the brood is. That's where they got the eggs and the young larvae to do it with. So I go in there on day 8 and I tear out all the queen cells I can find. And then just to be sure, I go back in there probably about day 12 and I go through them again, making sure that there is no queen cells up there. I want zero possibility of there being a queen made in those top 2 boxes. That is not the Demaree method if you have a queen upstairs. And you know, I'm kind of harping on it, but everybody is talking about that, and I've had all kinds of questions about it. And no, that is a single colony that has been manipulated so that the queen has the sensation that she has already swarmed, and it keeps your bees in a box instead of in a tree. You know, this is just a swarm management technique that was developed somewhere early 1800s by the dude named Demaree. And the end result is, if you have proper nectar flow and you're in the right environment, that you're going to come out with those top 4 boxes slam full of honey. Not really a whole lot left to tell you or explain, I don't think. Like I say, watch that video I posted probably a month ago now. I was out in my shop building, and I walked the dog with all the equipment that we need and how to do the manipulation. And I mean, that's the Demaree in a nutshell. So if you guys got any comments or questions, throw them down in the comments there. And while you're here, do me a favor, give me a like and a follow, or a subscription. I guess you follow on TikTok, you subscribe on YouTube. And you know, we'll see what we can get figured out. If you got the questions, throw them down there. But that's it in a nutshell. I appreciate all of you guys showing up and watching my videos. I know I'm never going to be a YouTube giant, but it's nice to know that somebody does watch this. So hey, don't be so stingy with hitting the like button. Anyway, we'll talk to you guys later on down the road, and if it ever quits raining here in Oklahoma and dries up a bit, we're going to get back to some bass fishing and some powder burning, because this channel is all about my outdoor adventures, not just beekeeping. So you guys have a great day. Thanks again. I'm going to shut up and quit rambling, and good luck with your honeybees.